It was the summer of 1993, and the toys of Mattel had grown weary of their nomadic lifestyles. They longed for the comfort and tranquility of the peoples of Hasbro, who lived in their great toy boxes. So, on a calm Tuesday morning in June, they launched a campaign that would cost millions of lives and span 2 theaters. This would become known as the Great Toy Wars.
Dearest Barbie, the Mats are upon us, but I don't think they expected us to be so dug in. We've got machine gun nests to take care of the infantry, anti-armor points for the vehicles, AA for the airplanes, and plenty of mortars and artillery for hitting them early. If it keeps going this way, I'll be back to the dream house before winter. Sergeant Slaughter, 1993.
Things took a turn in the fall of '93. A lack of resources ground the Hasbro war machine to a halt.
Today was nearly the end of me. We had exhausted our supplies. The penny pinchers and bean counters upstairs wouldn't give us 2 nickels to rub together. Our gear was dated and falling apart, and we couldn't afford to bring in anything new. We had to take what we could from the enemy to give us a chance. Lieutenant Colonel Potato Head, 1993.
The situation was dire. Our emplacements were getting chewed up like cud in a steer's gullet. We had to take the fight to them. I grabbed a tank and went straight for their lines. Private Michelangelo, 1994. In the summer of 1999, an event occurred that altered the course of history. Previously neutral nations joined the war and opened up the deadliest theater yet. Armed with newer and better technologies, these superpowers would change the face of warfare forever.
Military operations escalate in the region as the forces of Mattel bring their newest weapons to the battlefield. Tanks, helicopters, gunships, and jet fighters are just some of the new tools deployed in hopes of repelling Hasbro units. Candyland Courier, 1999.
Mr. President, it is my duty to inform you that our forces in the Skull Swamps have been all but wiped out. The enemy has brought weapons to bear, the might of which I have never seen before. Their artillery strikes rain down upon us without sight of the battlefield. Their gunship support circles overhead, out of range of our guns. Worst of all were the missiles, which confirm our greatest fears. The Mattels have developed and deployed their nuclear arsenal. Brigadier General Gumby, 1999. The escalating combat and growing technology of the period brought with it some of the most terrifying weapons known to toys. Giant submarines which could deploy entire platoons to the battlefield, super tanks with unmatched firepower, robots with steamrollers for hands and lasers for eyes. These machines would be the deadliest yet in the war, but they would also prove its undoing. Neither nation could sustain the costs incurred with such creations, and so, in the fall of 2000, a treaty was finally signed between the great superpowers, and peace was returned at last to the realm of toys.